Welcome to SoftBricks. Today we are going to see how to create the REST API in the Amazon API Gateway. And before that, if you want to know that what is the API Gateway, what are the previous videos, and watch it and the types and other things. This is the REST API creations. Going to cover is that resource creation and the proxy creation and creating the different environment. That's the stages and authorizations methods and API creations, API key creations. Let's go to that AWS console and we'll create that REST API using the API gateway. I just logged into that console. I'm just going to that API gateway, or you can find in the service. You can see that create API. You can see the types of APIs, HTTP APIs, and WebSocket APIs, REST API, and REST API private. This video is more on the covering on the REST APIs. I'm just building. As a protocol is REST, is a new API. I'm just giving the name of APIs. But whenever you create the APIs names, just include that environment variable. That will be easier to identify and differentiate it, even if it's the same region or just a different regions. There is an endpoint types. There's a three types: regional, edge optimized, and private. If anything is within the APIs interact with the AWS environment and the region specific, you can use a regional. Otherwise, go to the edge optimized, the default one. It's a private. It's more on within the VPC endpoints. It will be interact only with the VPC. I'm just choosing edge optimized. So create API. Wow, it's a created. You can see the options in the API. So first option is the resources. That will be mapping to the what kind of the routings you are going to the proxy you are using after the API endpoints. I'm just default. I'm just going to create this on resource. It's just test. I'll be explaining about the other options in the proxy and the cost things. It's going to the default. Resources are created. How to choose the method, HTTP methods. There is options to get mode, post, and the methods. If you choose anything, it will accept all the methods. You can see that lambda functions are the options to integrations. HTTPs, if you have the specific endpoints, you can choose it in mockups. It will allow only that just validating that the methods. There is another beautiful options is that AWS services. You can if you interact with that any AWS service, you can go with the options. You can choose that region and the services, whatever you want. For example, something if SQS or SNS or lambdas, anything you can choose it. That method and things. Now I'm just going with the lambda functions. I'm just choosing the lambda. I just already created it without routing. Just simple lambda functions. I just created this. I will be explaining that the different videos how to create the lambda functions and other things. I'm just saving it. Promotes functions. the method is created. There is option to test. If you want, you can test it. Choosing methods, test. We'll get the response from that lambda. Okay. The same maybe I will be showing the postman. Before show to the postman, let's deploy that API. I'm just going to deploy. There is no stages. I'm just creating the new one. The new stage. I'm just giving a dev. See the description can give it. See, the stages are created. This is the endpoints. API gateway endpoints. You can use it. Copy that link. We know that the resource, right? It's a test. Or you can see here, if you expand that stage, you can see the test. I'm just going to show you the postman. This API endpoint is it the routing? It's a test. Wow, I get the response from the lambda. In case if you have the nested routing, something the login or forget password and some things, you don't work with that way. Let me explain that how we will do that routing with the AWS. I'm going to create that with the proxy. So routing. Just giving the name. It may be anything. So I'm just giving it proxy. So creator. I'm just going to add that new resource with the proxy. And enabling the course, it's allowing the origin, header, those kind of things. So proxy is created, and this option also enabled it. I'm just going to choose the lambda functions for the routing. I'm just choosing the within routing. Let's see that. So new lambda is integrated with the proxy URL. Let's see in the post. So new with proxy. I just created the health check, the routing. I'm just using that backend as Node.js with the Express to show the routing is working. Oh, it's working. Just make sure whenever you are doing that right, try to deploy it, then only it will be work. The resources are completed, the types of methods and other things, the proxies. The next stage is already we created the stage. We can create is it's more on the environment kind of things you can use it. The third one is authorizer. See, the authorizer have the two types. On the lambda, you can create the custom lambda function to authorize your the tokens and other things, or you can use it cognito based. I'm just going to do that with cognito. Just choosing cognito. Have already created it. I'm just going to use the header is authorization. If you need any the regex based pattern validation before authorization, you can do it. I'm just creating it. To test the authorizations, I'm just going to authenticate based on the cognito. There's a three types of tokens: access token, it's a limited period, the refresh token, long time, and then another third one is identity token. These tokens can use it for the cognito authentications. I'm just copying the token. I'm just going to test. Wow, it's working. It's working. Now I'm going to check is authorization working. It's not working. Without authorizations, it's working. So what we have to do? We have to enable that authorization. See the method request. There is option authorizations. I think we have to refresh it. See, now the cognito bill is shown and just enabling it. Let's deploy it. Things are going on. Just refreshing it. Just seeing the doctor refresh. New team. Just deploying it. Now test that same URL. See, got unauthorized. So what I have to do, right? The header session, you have to pause authorization token. I just copy the token you have tested. Posing the value. Wow, it's working. This is the way of the microservice or designs. Do the authorization, the token validation in the API gateway. Within the code, inside the code, there is no token validations. That's the beauty of API gateway. See that authorization, right? Then is a gateway response types. We can define this. There are code headers, response template, all the things we can do it for all the. Then is model. You can define the scheme of structure, the inputs and outputs. The resource policy. We can limit the whitelistings on IP and VPC. If you don't want, you can skip it. In case of the VPC, enable or region based, you can use it. Then the documentation is nothing but if you need to document each types, create the methods, we can do it. Let's see. The resource type and the method types. It's a resource, right? So it's proxy. Just some reason created it. Similarly, if you only document and publish it and see in the 10 stages. And the dashboards. You can see the number of EP calls and the durations, the stage wise, the latency if, between the request and 4x the error 400 plus errors and 500 related errors all will be captured here. Even you can see the CloudWatch and the settings. You can change the endpoints, and there is API keys resource, right? Let me explain that what is API key. I'm just going to create the API key. The major purpose of the API keys the API keys, or you can use the plan of accessing the API gateway, the basic plan and the limit, the request on the daily basis, monthly basis, the throttlings, those kind of things we can do it. And even if you do any route APIs without authorization, right, then may be possible for that person things. And if we can do that one more authentication with the API keys or client specific things, we can do it. I think I already have created it for some other API. If you want, you can use it, or I'm just deleting it. I'm just going to create new things. I'm just creating the new API key. It's going to be common key. If you want, if you can choose the more than 20 characters custom key, or you can use the auto-generator. I'm choosing the auto-generator. See, this is a key. The next you can use the plans. I don't currently create it. I'm just going to create it again. And the usage plan. Okay, I already have created it one. I'm going to delete it. It's a shareable. Oh, so created API key, right? That's why it's from here. So now we'll delete it. Maybe that other APIs are using. So I'm going to create the different plan. Standard. I can give the limit per second. We give the 2000s, and it's a burst request. We have if a milliseconds, right? Even if the request per second, right? If you try to achieve the 2000 requests, right? If you enable the burst request, it will fail even if it is per seconds. You have to do it first the milliseconds, maybe 500, the next millisecond 500, so you can increase that 500 then only it will allow. If you do that 2000, it's at that moment it won't work. Even this land also have that the concept of throttling and burst. You can use that effect on the clamp also. It's a quota. It's how many requests is it for monthly, month, or day, week. You can whatever that can choose it. Then it's enable that. I'm just choosing the API and the stage. Creating the API key. It's common key. Just enable this plan. You can create multiple. So currently we don't have it. Just cancelling and done. See, these plans are created. I'm just going to that the created. If you want to enable it, you have to enable here. See, have the authorization, right? There is some things API key is not required, so you can enable the API key things. Let's see. I'm just making this submitting APK is required and then deploying it. Now checking the postman. So okay, so it will take a few seconds. Oh, now got it. Permissions. So it's expecting the API key. It's API key, right? Just copy and give that header API key. Wow, succeeded. In case if you choose that usage plans and if you set something for as a file request, if you try that after 5 requests, it will throw the too many request error on the limit exit errors, those kind of things. There is another settings we have user logs. When it is read a write the stage, in case if you want to the log that API gateways, the response have to enable write authorizations error or information, it will log all the things. If you want request and response body details, because sometimes the API gateway it will throw with that 400 500, it won't tell but actually internally the Lambda is throwing the error or services. And it's trying to enable it. It's throwing error, right? See, the logs are not enabled it. What we have to do, right? We have to create the new role based on the API gateway and the CloudWatch. Then we have to copy the TARN. Then only it will work. Once logs the role is created, come here that you can enable it and things if you custom log login access, or you can X-rays that another way of the tracing that APIs or lambdas or anything. There's a settings you can enable is the caching mechanisms. That is if you have that frequent access or with the same parameters and some things you can use it, but that's its cost involved. Is it the size based on the duration of things you can enable it, capacities, but it's hourly based pricings. It's not like a API gateway, it's in the request based, and they have the throttlings you can degrees or burst or same things. There is another thing is a firewalls if you can enable it, or you can attach client certificates or stage variable if you can it, or is it SDK edition just is based on the language platform. We will give the sample codes and how to do it, and export into different Swagger and things, and we will tell that all the deployment histories and the document histories if you enable it. This is at very high level. If you want more export and you have that all the options in the minimal options in there, it's actually almost is covered. It's enough. I will do the different videos. I will be explaining that how to do that in the serverless deployment CI/CD pipeline. With it. It's a manual creation, right? You can do it in that the cloud formation. That I will do it in separate videos. Serverless framework. Thank you. Please subscribe to the SoftBricks channel and see the tech videos, and please comment and give the feedback.